Hello. How are my Sagittarius friends doing? Whew, it's already wanting to talk. I'll just lay that right there. So, welcome to your first reading on my channel. I'm pretty freaking excited. I love you guys. One of my best friends is a Sagittarius, and she is one of the most loving, supportive, beautiful humans I have ever known on this planet, or ever had the I don't know, I can't English right now, but love you guys. So this reading right now is going to be a general. Eventually I will do love readings and do personal readings. For now, not even in this first round, in this first month, this is of course for November. Happy Samhain to those who celebrate. Happy Halloween. My Scorpio friends, are just wonderful people. But now we're going into Sagittarius. And with that, oh wait. I feel like I'm getting this feeling of, it's my season now. And you guys, for it being a cooler time of the year, you guys, of course, are fire. And your love is what warms the place. Your hearts, and your understanding and your kindness, is so healing. And I just love you guys. So anyway, so here we are. This is your November reading. It is going to be a general. It could involve love, but it's pretty much just, well, there we go. A base. I'm just losing my cards here. What it is, it's just basically, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, that is perfectly fine. Check your moon rising as well. Check one of those if this reading doesn't resonate with you. If you're not sure what that is, there are places where you can, if you know exactly what time you were born, of course, where you were born, and your birthday and the year. So you can figure those out if this does not resonate with you. Some of it might. Some of you may be watching this months from now. That is fine. I feel like if you're watching this at any moment, you're meant to be watching it. But with that said, I'm not doing personal readings right now. I will be doing extension readings for December, and possibly a few personal readings around Christmas, but that's stuff in the future. I also will be making content on different subjects, philosophy, spirituality. I will be having a series with certain topics that are close to my heart that I feel would be beneficial for everyone, to know the lessons I've learned, as well as just things that maybe you guys would like to know. So if you have something that you feel you want to learn about, just leave it in the comments below. If this reading resonates with you, give it a thumbs up. Of course, you don't know that by now, but if you want to give it a thumbs up anyway, that's cool too. So Sagittarius, for the month of November, you have the Knight of Cups. And you also have the King of Pentacles, coins if you're more comfortable with that. And you have the Five of Wands. It's pretty interesting. I feel like, a lot of times, that just flew out, but a lot of times we will say things like, man, if I only got to this point in life, I would be so much happier. I would be so fulfilled. And most of the time it has to do with our physical realm. If I had weekends off, if I could work 9 to 5, because a lot of jobs, you know, don't do 9 to 5 now. Even jobs like, you know, where you would think you'd be able to kind of choose your own hours isn't necessarily true. So I know a lot of people are kind of tired of, just throwing them, working jobs that, you know, you feel like you're giving up a lot of your time. Scorpio got that card. So if you're a Scorpio crosswatcher, welcome. You wished for certain things, and you wished for certain aspects of your life to change. And I feel like it's come into your physical realm. Just bring that up close to you. Isn't that beautiful? I feel like it's come to your physical realm. Almost like it's not being recognized. Is that what I'm trying to come at? It almost seems like so we also have the 7 of Cups. We also have the Empress, and we have Judgment, 2 major arcana. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles. You know, so this is, I'm just trying to show you this dude right here. It's lagging on my end, but not yours. You know, you can obviously see he's trying to balance something right here, but it's also kind of weighing your options. And from what I'm seeing, when I see this card, a lot of the time, I mean, it means some sort of facade we need to let down. That's the message I'm getting right now, as well as our deepest desires. So we have the Empress and Judgment. There it is again. That, oh, there's a little hair right there. That there's that sigh again, that sigh of just, whew. Here I am in this spot. You know, we, especially you guys, y'all, do you know where I'm from? Or at least an idea of where I'm from. We can manifest all kinds of things into our reality. Things that we thought were going to make us happy and fulfilled. Then we kind of, right now, we feel like, I kind of almost feel like I have it together. Like maybe I've reached this point, and then we forget that karma can catch up with us. Not to say that it's through bad karma or things like that, but if we lose focus, we're never going to truly be satisfied. And that's what I'm getting right now. There we go. We still have a lot to learn. We still have the heart in her hand. You know, when I see the High Priestess, I think of a person who isn't afraid to face, I don't want to say the darkness. I feel like that's the right word. We're not afraid. When we're in the High Priestess energy, we're not afraid to reflect on things that need attention. We have the Hangman card. But sometimes when we get in this Hangman mode And we're kind of reflecting on, you know, and like I said, sometimes in the past we're like, man, if I only have this, this, and this, I'm going to be super happy. And then we come into, we're just like, something's missing. Something is missing. I have goals. I have things I want to do. You know, there are things I want to manifest. And I am manifesting. And I can taste it. But, you know, for some reason, I'm just not satisfied. I'm discontent. And the things that will fulfill me, it's like, you know, because with this card, I see the girl turning up her nose to the cup being offered to her. And this could be that source of happiness that you guys have been looking for. And it's going to take some deep reflection. It's going to take some, you know, real shit, you know, serious, in-depth reflection, as well as a conversation, a hard conversation with yourself. Maybe even have a friend help you so that, you know, you're not turning your nose up at what truly makes you happy and just kind of, you know, give it up, because you are worthy of recognition. You are worthy of, you know, this card right here. It is the Six of Wands. Maybe you feel like, you know, maybe this is what you want. You're like, hey, I want to move up in this company. I want to become, you know, I want to be recognized by this certain person. But you also have to keep the balance with it. You know, it's no easy place to be in when we feel it's like, how do I balance between what I feel like I want and truly knowing what I want? Do I really want to be recognized? I mean, when you look within, places. So now I'm gonna figure out. So that's kind of the general situation. Very, very similar energy to the reading so far. You know, this year has been quite a year. This year has been a year of transformation for a lot of people. And this has been a time where we are coming into our own. Taking a step back and, you know, figuring out what truly fulfills us and what that means to us and how we're going to achieve these certain goals and goals, but just a purpose, you know? Take a step back. It's also what I'm getting. Maybe even release the image you have of what's going to make you happy. Relationship, anything, woo, hello. That makes sense. know, sometimes we have to detach from these ideas because they subconsciously cage us. We have the Eight of Swords. I mean, we're never truly trapped where we are. Ever. You have a lot of promises. Just like most of us, but you have the Star and the Ace of Cups. I'm trying to play around with my camera a little bit. You know, going for what you desire, going sure that they will fulfill you in the ways that matter. I mean, it is yours for the taking, but it's going to take some shadow work. We have the Moon. It's going to take some serious purging, you know, to recognize what stories we tell ourselves. And may we not get caught up in the waiting or get overwhelmed by certain decisions that we feel we have to make. Because you're worthy of it. Ooh. Okay, guys. I just want to remind you that there are promises here. I feel like this has to do mainly with the expectations. I feel like work is a big part of it, as well as it's kind of like Spirit is trying to you, not anything in the physical, because your reading has been extremely spiritual. So I just want to remind you of the promises. These are some amazing cards, you guys. Amazing cards. But if we don't, here's the Four of Swords. As you can see by these photos, by this picture on this beautiful card, almost self-victimized, you know, state. And I know you guys probably don't like to see this card, but that facade's gonna have to come down. You also have the Tower on it. Whether you want to admit that this is probably where you are or not is up to you. Whatever resonates with you. But I think we all can admit that we create chaos. As well as, yes. I feel like, you know, because another clarification card on it is the Three of Cups. Maybe some of you want to end a relationship, go to another three-party situation. But in this, I feel more like it's about having that support system. Having people who know you almost better than you know yourself kind of open you up to recognizing what exactly needs may put you in this state. Something just dropped, but it's fine. Because this Tower moment, you know, it doesn't always have to be dramatic. But when you're dealing with who you are and figuring out the darker parts of yourself. I mean, shadow work can be sticky business. I call it sticky because we can get stuck there sometimes. But this Tower moment doesn't have to be bad. It is a chance to rebuild and create a new life. A new way of thinking, a new way of knowing ourselves and what's going to fulfill us. This could be about relationship. You know, the cups are very much about emotion and love. And you've gotten a lot of cups in your reading. But with your overall energy being, it's funny that this definitely need to be reminded. With your overall energy being the Two of Pentacles, I word, I wouldn't say struggle, but this journey of growth within has been kind of keeping you on your toes. Kind of wondering, I mean, I'm trying this and I'm trying this, but none of it's working. And that's seriously face ourselves and take the time to dive deep within and figure out what the hell is going on. And, you know, sometimes hide or stay away from this sort of growth within. And it's something that we all do, especially when it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Okay, Spirit. So what is the most important message? Sagittarius, the month of November 2008. Spirit, what is the most important message for us? You are a fire sign, and wands are fire. And this is the Knight of Wands. Focused. I mean, you could just tell by the card itself. The Knight literally has its eyes lit and on the prize. Recognizing limitations and not living in them anymore. Awesome, Sagittarius. Yes. Full circle. Full circle. So, I love this. So we have the Page of Swords. Two of Wands. On top of your Knight of Wands. So, the most important message from Spirit right now. Potential and your ability to know what makes you happy and what doesn't. Truly makes you happy. What truly fulfills you. You have all of the tools you need to do that just within yourself. Cut through the bullshit. And recognize that you are not limited. You know, this girl is seeing a bird outside of her cage. You know, the door's wide open. It's over her head. She's recognizing she doesn't have to be stuck anymore. She's recognizing that, hey, kind of be like the bird. That's really not focusing. It usually does. You've seen it before. Sorry it was there for so long. But that's awesome. As well as over here, on top of this important message, this is the possible outcome. So should you choose, I'm just stuttering all over the place. Should you choose to listen to the Spirit's message of what I just said, you know, recognizing your own inner power, focusing on the things that truly fulfill you, cut through the bullshit, realize that, you know, you don't need these limitations in your life. You come out of your head and Five of Cups in reverse. So you have overcome this angst within yourself. And you have the Death card. So you go through a transformation, so to speak, with these two cards. You go through a transformation. You have died to the parts of yourself that no longer serve you. You have let go. You have learned how beautiful it is to just release those old ideals, those old ways of thinking. What no longer resonates cannot stay. What isn't working cannot just exist in your life anymore. It has to be. Beautiful about this to me, my hair is always going to be a mess, by the way. Just warning you now. We have the Knight of Cups again. Beginning of your reading, if I remember correctly. It's almost like you're coming back to where you were in in the past. You have kind of thought and wondered what is going to fulfill me, but like you come full circle, but with a whole new perspective, and what's amazing is that it will manifest in bigger ways in the 3D. You have the Queen of Pentacles and you have the Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work, but you love it so much it almost doesn't feel like work. There's some moments where you feel like, you're putting in the long hours and everything, but it leaves you fulfilled. It leaves you in this state of warmth. This is obviously the Queen of Pentacles is like the motherly card of all the cards. But it's also about nurturing. And to me, it's almost like you're nurturing that part of yourself with this card. To clarify that one, you're nurturing the parts of yourself that you forgot. Almost like your inner child. You are nurturing that part of yourself, that child within that didn't, that wasn't afraid of, going for something that isn't necessarily logical. And it's always good to stay grounded in some way. I'm not going to say that, just jump off a cliff and expect to fly. But it's good to be logical in some ways. But I feel like you've kind of set aside that a little to this state of learning and growing. And so even though it kind of feels you're at square one trying to figure out what truly fulfills you in life, even though you come back almost full circle, it's with a fresh mindset, and it will fulfill you, and it will nurture the parts of you that matter. It's really beautiful. It's awesome. And you guys deserve it. Give as much as you do. You deserve it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, we don't deserve anything and stuff like that. Well, I mean, I believe that you are, how about this, worthy of it. You're worthy of that love and your own attention and recognition, and to nurture yourself. I am going to pull from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. It is by Rebecca Campbell. If you have not read, for men and women, I know they kind of look like girly books, especially the second one sounds like a girly book, but we all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine within us. It's a balance between the two. Love, Light is the New Black, and Rise Sister Rise. And this is the Oracle deck that she released this year. And I was so excited about it. Her books have changed my life. And so far using these have helped me a lot in readings. And Spirit definitely speaks in ways. So Spirit, what kind of advice, what kind of guidance do you have for Sagittariuses in 2018? And they sure did. They had something. Keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand by you. Just kind of putting that in the camera there. So you are supported. Trust your path. Channeling and uplifting humanity. With these, I feel like Spirit is saying, you know what? I mean, it's obvious with these two that it's, you know, you are supported by the divine. You are supported by the universe to succeed in whatever you set your mind to. But I feel like with all this work that you are putting into the month of November, not only is it towards a personal goal, but it's going to help others rise. That there has been a huge shift on the planet this year. For some people, it was super dramatic. For some people, it was almost too much and too little all at the same time to really comprehend it until now. But this is what fulfills us. What fulfills us will serve others. But we can't expect to uplift others and, you know, do whatever mission we were given on the planet if we're not willing to do the work. How supported we are in our journey, which you guys definitely are. It's a beautiful reading, guys. Should you choose to listen to your guides, listen to Spirit, and really take that advice and really take the time to look within, it may not be revealed all at once, and it doesn't have to. But if you're tired, if you're worn, if you are not your job, or you are in a relationship that's just like, you know, maybe it's not healthy for you, or it's just hard to leave because you just want companionship. I feel like if you really look within and you do the work, it's going to lead you to a beautiful place. And just know that no matter what decision you make, you are being divinely guided. This fulfillment will come to you. So should you choose to listen. But anyway, that was such a beautiful reading. I very much enjoyed it. I've been saying this in the readings. It's a lot different for me to read cards in front of a camera, even though you guys aren't physically here. It's almost like stage fright right now. And, you know, I definitely am learning a lot through this. But it's a lot different than just blogging the reading, you know. And same with opening up in my videos for other content. It's been very different to be vulnerable in this sense on camera. But I'm loving it. I really am. And I'm hoping that I can serve you guys in this. If you're interested in watching those videos, I'm not sure by the time you're watching this that they're going to be up, but there will be videos up. I do have them ready. I do have a blog that will be up speaking on all different topics, like I said before. But anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, or if this resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Then I guess it's goodbye for now. I will be doing general energy and general empath readings if you're interested in that as well, if you wanted to go kind of search the channel. Is there anything else? You know, I don't think so. So I love you guys, and I will. Bye.